Last time, for the people that they listen to the session, we talked about the parallelism with the list, the parallelism with the pairs. Today is the parallelism with faulty comparison, with a comparison. Like adjective er then, we know that what come before it come after it. Let's find. Here he said characters in Chekhov plays have always been crazier than Fox play. So if you're gonna look here, we have the form of crazier than. What come before it, it must come after. So if before it subject verb, after it must have subject verb. As you can see here, before it, we have, he said, characters in Chekhov's plays have always been. So now he is compared in Chekhov's play to Vogel's play. Wrong. It must be in because we are comparing the characters. So it must be characters in Vogel's play. Characters in Chekhov's play, and here characters in Vogel's play. Like that, it's parallel. Let's look at another one. Like the underwear made by Hanes and Armani. Calvin Klein makes you feel comfortable. Okay. Now there is a comparison. Comparison what? Comparison of the underwear made by Hanes and Armani to Calvin Klein. No, we are not comparing the underwear to Calvin Klein. We are comparing the underwear by Hanes and Armani to the underwear made by Calvin Klein. So it's missing underwear made by Calvin Klein because there's a comparison. Hitler's worldview, like Italy's director Mussolini. Wait, we have like also comparing. Here he compared Hitler's worldview. Streamer, Surgeon Ziad, did you return back?
Yes, Mr.
Okay. Hitler's worldview. Did you hear the examples here?
Yes, I was here from before the recording starts.
Okay. Hitler's worldview, like Italy's direct dictator Mussolini, it's wrong. Why? Because here we are not comparing worldview of Hitler to Mussolini. We are comparing the worldview to the worldview. Okay? So here it must be like Italy's dictator Mussolini's view of the world, or Mussolini's worldview. It can be also Mussolini's without writing what after, not to repeat. Okay. Here, he just tell us that the regular comparison that we learn in school, as you remember in this lesson, in the basics, when he said, I am older than him, it's wrong. Because I am subject verb, older than the form of comparative. Then him, how? I have subject verb, then you put for me now a pronoun, object pronoun. It must be subject verb. So I am older than he is. Look at this one. The lion grows louder than the tiger. I'm sorry. I'm comparing the lion growls to the tiger here. So it's wrong. It must be the lion growls to the tiger growls. So we have to write growls or does. Winters in Boston are way colder than Los Angeles. Wait, I'm not comparing the winter to Los Angeles. I'm comparing the winters to the winters. So the winter in Boston are way colder than winters in Los Angeles. Or you can write those, if you don't want to repeat, in Los Angeles. Another one. The competition about recreational chess player is much more intense than, take care, did the form, than recreational bingo players. Wait, mister. Again, I'm comparing here the competition to the recreational bingo players. No, I must compare the competition to the competition. So it must be the competition among recreational bingo players, or you can delete the competition and put that. Let's have a look here at that. And those, as we said, you can't repeat the things by writing those or writing that. Why I'm not going to write this and that, this and these? Because this and these for something here. And those actually is sentence for far. The sentence here, I like singing more than dance. Wait. I like what? Singing. And here dance. No, here ing, so must here we have ing, dancing. During the holiday, purchases of shoes outnumber computer toys. Outnumber computer toys. Okay, here also it's a kind of comparison, but using the verb. But I'm talking about purchases here, comparing to the purchases, not to the computers. So purchases of shoes outnumber purchases of the computer. Take care of that, please. Another mistakes. To love someone deeply is truly, here the one that we call it 2-2. The rule of 2-2. What come after 2 come after the second 2. Or the form here must be, look, the form here. Here he said to love someone deeply is truly understanding. How? It must be to truly understand. Or it changed to love to be loving. So loving, understanding. It's our turn right now to answering. And I'm going to start with Dr. Hamza. The first one, Dr. Hamza.
Yes.
It says correct the following fault comparison by making them parallel. There may be multiple ways of doing so. Read number 1 and tell me how you're going to change it.
When the tour guide brought up
Tour guide.
brought up how similar Edison's invention were to the inventor Nikola Tesla. Jimmy's
Okay, take care. Similar what to what? Edison's invention to the inventor Nikola Tesla. Is it right?
No.
Here Edison's invention. So here must be what?
Edison.
Huh? Here Edison's. Where is the name here?
Nikola Tesla. The name is
Tesla. So it must be Tesla's invention or Tesla's alone. So Edison's invention compared to Tesla's or Tesla's invention. Clear, Dr. Hamza?
yes.
Surgeon Ziad, number 2.
With you, Mr. Okay, so no personality is as weird as a physics teacher at my school, Mr. Greenman. So we must compare between the personality
Excellent.
of something or whatever to the personality of the physics teacher.
Okay.
So it should be no personality is as weird as the personality of the physics teacher at my school.
Perfect. Perfect. So here, because we are comparing the personality, not the physics teacher. So no personality is as weird as the personality of the physics teacher. Thank you. Engineer Taha, number 3.
Gina's skill in archery fails in comparison to her rifle shooting.
Okay, we are compare what to what here?
Skill in archery to skill in rifle shooting.
Okay, so the skill in archery
fails in comparison to her skill in rifle shooting.
Okay, so you're gonna say her skill and rifle to her skill. Perfect, yes, because we're comparing the skill. Perfect. Excellent, Marcia Ziad. Engineer Zaina.
At the festival, Abraham brought out the Cannibal Corpse death metal music, which he thought was less stale than the other groups. I
We
think
compare what to what now?
we're
Take care, the form is here. The form less stale than is the form. So let's compare what to what?
the Cannibal Corpse to other groups.
to Cannibal Corpse death metal music to
Other groups.
other groups what?
Music.
Yes, other groups music. Perfect. Or it can be other groups only. It can be other groups only if you don't want to make repetition. Thank you. Dr. Hamza, number 5.
Yes.
Hmm?
Clothes worn by young adults in the 18s were much wilder than the teenage crowd now.
Clothes worn by young adults in the 80s were much wilder than the teenage crowd now. Take care. We are comparing the clothes to the teenage.
Mr.
Yes.
Can you repeat?
We compare the clothes to the teenage. We have to compare the clothes to the clothes. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So tell me now the new sentence. Perfect, Marshal Ziad. Surgeon Ziad. Huh?
Clothes.
Clothes, not clothes. When we have es after th, we spell it clothes, wilder than the clothes. Complete.
Finish.
No, the clothes worn
By young adult.
by teenage
adult.
crowd now. Only. So it's gonna be clothes worn by young adults in the 80s were much wilder than the clothes worn by teenage crowd now. Okay, thank you. Surgeon Ziad.
Okay, so for some people, giving gifts is far easier than to receive them. There's a problem here in giving and to receive.
Perfect. Here giving. So here must be
the receiving. That's the easy.
or you want to say the second one, huh?
No. I thought about it, but I didn't say
Okay.
it.
So giving, receiving, or to give, to receive. Excellent. Okay. Number 7, Engineer Taha.
With the popularity of iPhones and iPads, Steve Jobs' legacy may surpass Microsoft founder Bill Gates. Steve Jobs' legacy may surpass Microsoft founder Bill Gates' legacy.
Excellent. Or you can put only apostrophe S. Okay. Engineer Zaina.
Efforts made by activists to curb global warming have been less effective than environmentally conscious consumers.
We are comparing what to what?
The efforts the activists do.
Yeah. So if efforts made by activists to so less effective than
environmentally conscious consumers.
No, I need not to change it. I compare the efforts to the efforts.
So I'm gonna say then environmentally conscious.
No.
Efforts?
I'm gonna start with like that one.
Then the effort is off.
Yes, efforts. The same thing, Engineer Zaina. Made by environmentally conscious consumer. Clear?
Yes.
Or you can delete efforts and put those. Clear, Engineer Zaina?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, here, Marshal Ziad, he said consumers' efforts, but we need the same form. Surgeon Ziad, we need the same form. It's right. But if here is activists' efforts, clear?
Okay, miss.
Okay. Number 9, Dr. Hamza. No, I can't hear you. There is a problem in your mic. Yes, go on. Dr. Hamza. Yes, but it's low. What happened to your mic? It was working properly. What happened to it?
Don't know.
Yeah, now it's work. Okay. Read,
What?
please. Read.
Geographers have shown that the area of Australia is more than 20 times
Take
Japan.
care. More than, and here we compare the area of Australia to 20 times Japan or Japan. This is the form actually, more than 20 times. Japan. Are we comparing the area to Japan or the area to the? Huh?
We compare the area of
The area of Australia is more than 20 times
than Japan.
it's wrong. Because we're not comparing Australia to Japan. We are comparing the area of Australia. So here we must write what?
The area.
Yes. So the area of Japan. Clear, Dr. Hamza? So when I say the character of Dr. Hamza compared to Tamer, no. The character of Dr. Hamza compared to the character of Dr. Tamer. Clear?
Mister,
Yes.
I don't understand this.
Again, here what come before the comparative must come after Dr. Hamza. Here he said the area of Australia. So here it must be the area of Japan. The character of Tamer, the character of Dr. Hamza. Tamer's car. So Hamza's car. They must be equal, Dr. Hamza. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we can also delete that area and we can write that. That of Japan. Both of them are right. Both of them are right. Okay, Marshall, Surgeon Ziad.
In France, public supply of water is run more efficiently than electricity and heat. Actually, you said the answer in the last thing. That of the electricity and heat.
I'm sorry. Yes. So here he said public supply of water. So here it must be
That of electricity and heat.
So it's gonna be that of, yes?
Yes,
The other answer is gonna be what?
the public supply of.
Excellent. So the public supply of electricity and heating or that of electricity and heating, both of them are right. Whether you're gonna write public. So the public supply of water is run more efficiently than the public supply.
But I have a question.
Yes.
Isn't it supposed that if we wrote public supply again, that's repetition?
It's a repetition, but sometimes in the EST, this happened actually in SAT and the ACT. But I know that you're going to enter EST, maybe you're going to find that he repeat the same thing. He's going to say the public supply of, the public supply of. So
that's
like that, you're going to say that. I'm sorry?
So that's grammatically okay, sir?
It's a repetition. It's for American English repetition. But for EST, take the nearest answer. Clear?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So it can be that electricity, that of electricity and heating, and this is the right answer because it eliminates repetition, or it's going to be the public supply of electricity and heating. Okay. Engineer Taha.
The gummy bears that said ordered of Amazon turned out to be cheaper and of higher quality than eBay.
Take care. Here you compare the gummy bears that order of Amazon. And here compare it to eBay. There's a mistake. It's missing. So what you're gonna say here?
Turned out to be cheaper and of higher quality than eBay's quality.
No, we are compared the gummy bears. So then the gummy bears ordered, you can repeat all of this. The gummy bear that side order of eBay. Or you can change, instead of gummy bears, you're gonna write those that side ordered of eBay. Clear?
Yes.
And because the one that starts speaking by Marshall Ziad or mentioned by Marshall Ziad, you can delete the gummy bears, you can delete Sayed, and you can say those ordered of eBay. Clear?
Yes.
Okay, Engineer Zaina.
The molecular structure of carbon is considered superior in terms of reactivity compared to most other elements.
Compared. Okay,
Um,
here he talk about the molecular structure of carbon. And here he said most other elements.
Can I say to most other elements molecular structure?
I need the same form, Engineer Zaina. The same thing. I know that this is right, but grammatically wrong because you changed the form to be a possessive. Why? You can say what?
The molecular structure
Of most other elements. Yes. I'm done. Or you can write, instead of the molecular structure, if you don't want repetition, write that of. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. Number 13, Dr. Hamza.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
The percentage of the US budget devoted to healthcare far exceeds the budget
For education. The
for
care, he said the percentage of US budget devoted to healthcare. So all of it actually. It far exceed the budget for education. We are comparing the percentage to the budget here, and it's wrong. It must be the percentage to the percentage. So how are we gonna change it? We're gonna say the percentage of the US budget devoted to healthcare far exceeds,
the percentage of
excellent. The percentage of budget for education. Or no, it's gonna be missing also. We said here the percentage. You can say the percentage of the US budget devoted to education. Okay? So we can delete this all. The percentage of the US budget devoted to education. Clear, Dr. Hamza?
Yes.
Okay. Take care. There is another answer. There is another answer. And instead of said the percentage of like that, we can say that of budget devoted to education. Engineer Taha. Engineer Taha,
Actually, that's my turn.
your turn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yes. Surgeon Ziad.
It's far more entertaining to watch a football game than actually playing in one. So here the problem is in to watch and playing. It should be to watch a football game than actually to play in it, or to actually play.
Excellent. Excellent. So here the problem. To actually play. Perfect.
I
Okay.
have a question.
Yes.
It can't work with the Gerald one, yes?
Yes. It can be. It's far more entertaining watching a football game than actually playing in one.
So
Both of
that's
them are right, but the meaning is gonna be different. Both
yes.
of them grammatically right, but the meaning is different. Why? Because entertaining to watch a football game, it's right now to watch, but watching general. Clear?
Yes, Mister.
Okay. We finished the parallelism. Now we're gonna go to the pronoun reference, the pronoun with its antecedent. And I know that you know exactly what does it mean by this. Take care in the grammar or in the writing section. Sometimes it came with this kind of mistakes. So here it just tells us about what are the subject pronoun like he, she, it, singular, they, plural, object pronoun, her, him, it, them, plural, possessive pronoun, hers, his, its, theirs, plural. We have possessive adjective pronoun also like her, his, its, their, relative pronoun, this, that, which, these, those, reflexive pronoun, himself, herself, itself, themselves. We have rules here, as you can find. A pronoun must clearly stand for one and only one noun. So, if we have a pronoun that stands for two words, it's going to be a problem. If we have a pronoun that stands for two words, it's a problem. Let's find rule 2. A singular noun must refer to a singular noun. Don't tell a pronoun. Don't tell me that a singular noun will refer to a plural pronoun. No. The pronoun must agree with the antecedent in gender, whether it's masculine or feminine, or in number, plural or singular. Let's find this. Whenever Jason and Alexander sit down at a buffet, how, mister? Here you told me Jason and Alexander. So how he? You have here not whether you're going to write they eat way more food, or you just mention one of them. Because of that, he mentioned here Jason eats way more food. The second example. Even if a student gets in early, they. How, Mr. Student? And you tell me they. A student, so we must write he or she. Or you have to change here to be students. You have to write here and write students. At the police station. Look at this one now. Here we know that the antecedent must come before the pronoun. Yes, we're going to change also the verb. Excellent. We can change the verb. The same thing that will happen here. Because if we're going to say he, she, we're going to say has. If we're going to change this to keep this, so this is going to be students, get. Okay. We know that the pronoun must come before the antecedent. I'm sorry. The antecedent must come before the pronoun. In this case, no antecedent. He said, at the police station, they found a pint of cash stashed in her bra. So here they stands for what? So because of that, it's wrong to mention the pronoun without the antecedent is not found. So here he changed they to the inspectors. Let's look here. My teammate deleted my part of the essay. The next day, I confronted him about this. Wait, mister. This here, it's a pronoun, demonstrative pronoun, that it can stand for teammate, can stand for part, can stand for essay. So it can stand for three nouns. This is wrong. So because of that, you have to change this to be an adjective. So this deletion. You have to write a noun after. Or you can change it, all of it. I confronted him about his reason for doing so. The main thing, that this can stand alone. Okay. He told us here that the pronoun it can be used in the following way. It was a dark and stormy night, yes, but where is the antecedent? He talked about the night. He talked about the night. Or it took 10,000 years for the stars' rays to reach us. Also here it talk about the information. This is the only case that it's right without antecedent. Here the only case that it's right without antecedent. Let's find here. Drunk. Don't forget the modifier. If we start with a modifier, so after the comma, we must have the word modified. But this is not our case here. Drunk with beer bottles in both hands. Michael slid and dropped it on the rug. Dropped what? Dropped it? There is nothing here it's called it. We're talking about bottles, not a bottle. So it must be them, not it. The senior class has organized their school trip to the Antarctic. Wait, mister. There is for the senior class. Is that right? Here, it's a collective noun. So we deal it as singular. So it must be its, not there. Because the restaurant was amazingly successful, they hired more employees to run it. Okay, they for the restaurant? They for a restaurant? How? It's singular. So it must be it, not they. I got so much in the mail today. I've been opening all those since noon. Okay, I have only mail here. I have only mail. So how those? And as we said before, if we bring this, that, those, these, we must have clear evidence, clear antecedent. So the mail here is singular. So it must be all that mail. No, it's better to say those letters. Everyone wished that they had cheaper text box rather than the rip-off that were required. Wait, mister. He said everyone. And here he said they. How everyone for they? How? Everyone is singular. And it's not determined. Is it a male or female? So it's better to write he or she. A good chef always take good of their equipment. How chef? To their. It must be his or her. Because the blankets got torn in the wash, we must replace it before the customer gets back. Okay, he talked about the blankets, and the blankets are plural. So how it must be them. The lion and tortoise were about to get into a fight when it fell down. Okay, wait, mister. It now can stand for the lion or tortoise. So it's better to determine. We are talking about what? Because we have two nouns. So because of that, he delete it and both the two toys. Few chairs are as comfortable as that made by Herman Miller Company. Take care. Here also a comparison. A comparison. Comparison. Okay, mister. You said few chairs are. This is wrong. This is wrong. It must be, if we're going to say that, that is wrong, because here we have few chairs. So it must be those for few chairs. It's your turn now. Fix the pronoun error. In the following sentence, the pronoun you need to fix is bolded. The one that is bolded, we need to fix it. Take care. Sometimes with the verb that it has. Some of them have flexible answer and some require you to also change the verb. Who was the last one?
It's Hamza's turn. It's Taha's turn. It was me.
Okay. Taha? Engineer Taha, your turn, please.
When I looked up at the stars, I couldn't believe it was so many light years away.
When I looked up at the stars, here what you want to change. When I looked up at the stars, I couldn't believe it was so many light years away.
They were.
Excellent. Why? Because we're talking about the stars. They were. Engineer Zena, number 2.
Although many people believe the tiger is fierce and furious, they are actually quite peaceful. It's actually quite peaceful.
Excellent. It is. Why? Because we're talking about the tiger. Here we talk about the stars. Okay, thank you. Dr. Hamza.
Yes. Anyone who meets their parents can just go home.
There here is wrong, Dr. Hamza.
No.
It must be what?
His.
Excellent. What?
His.
His or her? Why? Because anyone, it doesn't indicate. Is it for a male or male? Thank you, Dr. Hamza. Perfect. Surgeon Ziad.
The toxic level of water bottles isn't apparent to most people because they assume its plastic content is harmless. So the antecedent is water bottles, and the pronoun should be there. There
Excellent.
with the EIR.
Because, yes, water bottles. So there. Engineer Taha.
After searching the whole day for my brother's shoe, I told them I wasn't able to find it.
It is wrong.
Them
Excellent. Because it stands for what?
shoes.
Excellent. Okay. Engineer Zena.
Birds must migrate south during the winter season because it manages to survive only in warmer climates. It should be they. They manage.
They what?
They manage.
Yes. They stand here for what?
It's about the birds.
Perfect. Dr. Hamza.
Yes. Until technology advances enable it to consume less fuel for thrust and power, the possibility of space rockets Mars will or remain
Remote.
remote.
The problem in it. You must cite verse, Dr. Hamza, that what is the antecedent? What is the antecedent here, Dr. Hamza?
1 minute.
The antecedent in the other sentence, Dr. Hamza. He said, until technological advances enable it. Enable what? We don't know. To consume less fuel. Who is going to consume less fuel from the other sentence? Which things that we're going to put in it fuel? From here, the possibility of space rockets to Mars will remain remote. Huh?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
They.
Okay. Enable not they is going to be them because this
Them.
object pronoun. Enable them. But it stands for what, Dr. Hamza? In the second sentence or in the second part?
Rockets.
Yes, rockets. Or space rockets. So until technological advance enable them about the space rockets. Thank you. Surgeon Ziad.
Yes, Mr. By the time it can be fixed up, cleaned, and upgraded, old cell phones will be completely irrelevant compared to newer ones. By the time they can be, because old cell phones is plural.
Okay, so they
Yes.
They can be fixed. It stands for what?
Cell phones.
Excellent. Engineer Taha.
The food that they serve at the restaurant is absolutely delicious.
They here is wrong. Do you have antecedent
food-
for they here? Do you have any antecedent?
No,
Okay, so you can choose a word from your mind.
is
What?
the food that is served at the restaurant.
No, no, no. We need something that replaces they. The chefs. Clear?
Ah, yes, okay.
The chefs serve at the restaurant is absolutely delicious. Okay. Engineer Zaina.
The secretary unplugged the keyboard from the computer and cleaned it.
Take care. It here can stand for many things. Can stand for the keyboard, can stand for the computer. So it's better here to write the noun.
them and clean them.
No, no, no. He said, so unplug the keyboard from the computer and cleaned. I need a noun.
The keyboard and the and clean
So clean what?
the keyboard.
Yes, okay. Right. It can be the secretary unplug the keyboard from the computer and clean the keyboard or clean the computer. Both of them are right. But not clean them, okay? Or also, Allah, it can work, clean them. It can work. Okay, both of them can work. Dr. Hamza.
Yes.
Read.
Joy was required to go to a meeting, but it never.
There is a problem
stayed-
here. There's
stayed
a
the-
problem here, but it must be preceded by a comma. Okay, I'm sorry. Joey was required to go to a meeting, but it never stated the location. It here had a problem.
Mr.
Yes, I can hear you, Dr. Hamza. You closed the mic, then you said, Mister, tell me the answer.
Them,
Joy was required to go to the meeting, but it never stated the location.
there,
Take care. What?
there,
Not all the time I'm gonna replace it by a pronoun. Here the problem that it never stated the location. What? That never stated the location. Who never stated the location? You have to bring a word from your mind. Okay? We can say, but the manager never states the location, or the secretary never states the location. Clear, Dr. Hamza?
okay.
Okay, number 12, Marshal Ziad. Surgeon Ziad.
Okay. Before the state university could open up a new program in astrophysics, they needed funding from alumni. Before it
Excellent. Because it stands for what?
university.
It's State University. Thank you. Engineer Taha.
The government is so arrogant in their ability to solve problems.
No. The problem not in here. I'm sorry. The italic, or we have two italics. I think we have two italics. Okay, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, go on.
The government is so arrogant in their ability to solve problems that they have silenced the voice of the people.
Mhm.
The government is so arrogant in its
Bravo.
ability
Mhm.
that
And here also.
they silence the voice of the people.
No, I'm not talking about verbs. I'm talking about pronouns. Here you said it's because it stands for the government. How you say they have for the government?
It
what?
has.
Has. It has. Okay. Engineer Zaina.
The show American Idol has as their premier judge a man who can't sing himself. Has as its
Bravo. Why? It stands for what?
the American Idol show.
Perfect. 15. Dr. Hamza.
Yes. Elle told the teacher that she had made a mistake. Mistake.
Okay. Now she can stand for Ellie or the teacher. You have to delete this and write whether Ellie or the teacher. Ellie told the teacher that. Huh? Not 1 minute. It's easy. Ellie told the teacher that. Who from them? Ellie or the teacher?
Teacher told the Ellie.
No, Ellie told the teacher that she here, as I told you, it can stand for Ellie or the teacher يا حمزة. she دي ممكن تبقى مكان Ellie وممكن تبقى the teacher. فدي غلطة. دي غلطة في البروناون. فالمفروض ان احنا نحط هنا لا اما Ellie لا اما teacher حسب المينينج بتاع السنتنس. يبقى Ellie told the teacher that. ها؟
Ellie.
طب هي Ellie هتقول للتيتشر ان Ellie ازاي؟ ما تجيش خالص يا حمزة. Ellie told the teacher that the teacher had made a mistake. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Surgeon Ziad. Surgeon Ziad. Hello.
Actually, I am speaking with the mic
Okay.
closed. So my iPhone fell onto the glass plate, but thankfully it didn't break. It here we can't identify whether it's on the glass plate or the iPhone.
Excellent.
So we may say, for example, the iPhone.
Yes, it's the iPhone. I don't care actually about the glass plate.
Yes, I was about to say that.
So the iPhone. Engineer Taha.
Some spiders can inject itself with the poison to enact revenge on the predators and inject themselves.
Excellent. Why it stands for what?
Spider.
Themselves. Stands for spiders. Okay. Engineer Zaina.
Anthony used to hang out all the time with Albert until he got the big promotion at work. I think it's correct.
No. We have two
Not
antecedents,
Anthony.
Anthony and Albert. So
So
here we must delete he and write one of those.
okay, until for example, Anthony got.
Yes. So until it can be Albert or Anthony, no problem. I'll write the smallest. Dr. Hamza. Dr. Hamza.
When a person dies, their sense of hearing is the last to go, whereas
Touch and sight are the first.
are the first.
They're here. It must be replaced with what? Hello?
Listen to me.
Yes, I can hear you, Wallahi. Tell me the answer. When a person dies, their sense of hearing is the last to go, whereas touch and sight are the first.
His sense.
Okay. It can be his or her sense. Perfect. Why, Dr. Hamza? It stands for what?
Verse.
Person. Okay. Marshal Ziad.
Yes, Mr. The city of Boston, which weathered the American Revolution, regularly offers tours that honor their local heroes. It's
Bravo. Why?
because the antecedent is the city of Boston.
Excellent. Engineer Taha.
Uh, One of the unique features of the red panda, exotic creatures that live in the eastern Himalayas, is their ringed tail, which is used as a blanket in the cold.
Mhm.
It's
Bravo. Why? Stands for what?
the red panda.
Perfect. Engineer Zena.
The health department should be able to handle the paperwork by themselves. It should be by itself.
Excellent. It stands for what?
The health department.
Perfect. Dr. Hamza.
Yes. My mom taught some traditional Russian dishes, but I hate eating that. But I hate eating this.
My bad. It stands for what if I'm gonna write this, Dr. Hamza? Stand for the dishes. Dishes plural. So how this? Huh? It's gonna be them, Dr. Hamza. Dishes by I hate eating them. Clear?
Okay.
Okay. Surgeon Ziad.
Okay, I took my old computer to the store and luckily they were able to fix it. Actually, we can put instead of they, like for example, the workers.
Okay, perfect.
They're-
Perfect. Yes, we don't have anything here that stands for it. He said, I took my old computer to the store, and luckily, also there's a problem here. Where the comma? And luckily, the workers, the engineers, the managers were able to fix it. Perfect. Okay, our turn. Solve till number 6 on the chat box. Solve till number 6, please.
Mr. May, scroll down to number 6. Thank you.
Okay. It's fine for surgeons yet. Number 1, right. Number 2, right. Number 3, right. Number 4, right. Number 5, right. Number 6, right. Perfect.
Mister, can you did number 1?
Engineer Zena. Number 1, right. Number 2 right. Number 3 right. Number 4 right. Number 5 wrong. Number 6 right. Only number 5 that is wrong. Yes, Engineer Zaino. Waiting for Engineer Taha and Dr. Hamza. Engineer Taha, number 1 wrong. Number 2 right. Number 3 wrong. Number 4 right. Number 5 right. Number 6 right. You have 2 mistakes. Number 1 and number 3. Waiting for Dr. Hamza.
إيه.
Dr. Hamza. Dr. Hamza, you are talking
Yes,
to your family members or you are answering because we're waiting for you.
no answering, 1 minute.
Okay.
هبعت هبعتها دلوقتي.
Okay, waiting for you, Dr. Hamza.
Mr. Can scroll down?
Okay, Dr. Hamza. The first one right? No, the first one wrong. The first one wrong. Second one wrong. Third one wrong. Fourth wrong. 5 wrong. 6 are the only right, Dr. Hamza. Why? Okay, Dr. Hamza. Concentrate, please, Dr. Hamza. We just solved many examples harder than this. Here he said, as you can find, they didn't have major related to forensic and crime. So she took many courses related to science and physiology or psychology, I'm sorry. So they here stands for what? They here doesn't have any indicator. So I'm not going to choose it. No reference for it. It didn't have majors. Even I don't have in the sentence any indicator for it. Those, I don't have an indicator for it. So it's better to bring it out. So her college didn't have majors. Number 2. From the beginning of the sentence, he said, Anne began her adult life as a police officer for the Seattle Police Department, which was known across the country for their high-profile cases. Wait, we're talking about Seattle Police Department. So how we're going to say there? No, there is wrong because this is singular. So it's better to say it's. Yes, it's is better. These wrong. Here wrong because we're talking about department. So the answer is it's. Number 3. Even though she liked it more, she also wrote regularly of the True Detective magazine and volunteer at the abuse hotline. Wait, it here stands for what? We can't find anything in the sentence. We can't find anything in the sentence, so it is wrong. Them again, we don't find anything. He said, even though she liked them, like what? Nothing here. It can be the police work, yes, because it's a noun. That is wrong because no antecedent. So the answer here is the police work. Number 4. She also published several books under that. Again, without antecedent. We don't have antecedent. Under what? Under what? So any pronoun here is going to be wrong. So A wrong, B wrong, D wrong. We need a noun. So it's going to be that name. Number 5. While many say that the writing style of her works is similar to that of Edward Straight Mary, creator of Nancy Drew series, she maintained that they aren't. Okay. They aren't stands for what? They aren't stands for what? Do we have plural here? Of her works is similar to that of Edward. I think here he's talking about Edward or talk about her story. Okay, let's find again. While many say that the writing style of her works is similar to that of Edward Stemmer, creator of Nancy Drew, she maintains, we're talking about the writing style. So it's singular. So this wrong, this plural, this plural, this plural. So the answer, it isn't. Number 6. Her stories characters who are quite eccentric talk about the characters. So it mustn't be singular. It must be singular. So this is wrong. This completely wrong. This is also wrong. So themselves. Solve from 7 till 13, please. Hamza, quickly, please, and don't engage with your family member. I told you before, you have to sit alone. From 7 till 13, please. If you don't find antecedent, put a noun. If you don't find antecedent, put a noun. Marshal Ziad, Surgeon Ziad, 7 right, 8 right, 9 right, 10 right, 11 right, 12 right, 13 right. Perfect. Engineer Zaina, 1 right, 7 right, 8 right, 9 right, 10 right, 11 wrong, Engineer Zaina. 12 right, 13 wrong. 11 and 13 wrong. Yes, 13 right like that. There is 11 also. No, 11 is still wrong. Engineer Taha, 7 wrong, 8 right, 9 right, 10 wrong, so 7 and 10, 11 wrong, 7, 10, 11, 12 right, 13 wrong. We're waiting for you, Dr. Hamza. Dr. Hamza, are you solving or not? Dr. Hamza? Dr. Hamza? Yes, okay. 7 right, 8 wrong. 8, you write it twice. Why? Okay, both of them are wrong. 9 wrong, 10 right, 11 wrong, 12 wrong, 13 right. Okay. Much is yet left. Okay, let's find the answers. Number 7. He told us here in number 7, and played a large part in its making. In its making, and played a large part in its making. So it's for what? Is it for part? If it's like that, it's gonna be right. It's for the large part, it can be right. They're making, we don't have any plural here. Those plural, we don't have. Them plural, we don't have. Number 8. He said, in fact, she wrote the script for the movie and distributed them to everyone involved. Again, here we are talking about the script. So why he said them? Why he said them? Them is wrong. So we have it and this, those, because it's plural wrong. So is it or this? Is better to choose it because this is going to be a demonstrative pronoun. So it is B. Number 9. And like to choose actors that resemble the character that he or she was playing. Okay, let's find first. This stands for what? He's talking about the characters, and characters plural. So he or she is gonna be wrong. It is gonna be wrong. Where is gonna be wrong? Alone, because we need a pronoun. So the answer is gonna be they were for the characters. Number 10. After the release of each book, she makes a special point of answering emails and attending as many book signings as possible, even though, wait, mister. Now we need the indicator for number 10. As we said, point of answering emails. So I think the emails is going to be for her, for she. So it's not there. It's not these. It's not her fans' emails. Or it can be her fans' emails. Yes, her fans, because here, her. Okay. It's going to be wrong because we need for she. So her. The answer is going to be her fans. Number 11. Complete the same sentence. She makes a special point of answering her fans' emails and attending as many book signings as possible, even though they have caused her serious problems. He talked about book signings with her wrist. Yes, he talked about book signings, and this is plural. So how we're gonna say, yes, they have is right. It has, they are plural. This has, they are plural. This is, they are plural. So the answer is gonna be A. Number 12. Halfway through, she had to start using a rubber stamp instead of signing them personally. Okay, signing what? We don't have any indicator here for signing what. So them is wrong because we don't have antecedent. The box, it can be because the noun. It is wrong because we don't have antecedent. Those is wrong because we don't have antecedent. So the answer is going to be the box. The last one. Anne had to cancel appearances after the release of her latest book because of a broken hip. But any reader can still get his or her favorite book. Yeah, I talk about the book. So we're talking about Anne. Book autographed by mailing it in. But any reader can still get? No, not for Anne. Here is not for Anne. Here for the reader. Please. Okay. Until it starts to open. Do you have any question related to this one?
No,
No,
thanks.
thank you.
Okay. Please, please, please. On Friday, as I told you, relax. Don't forget to have a good breakfast, but not a harsh one. Don't forget the bars, chocolate, and juice. Why? Just to give you the energy to complete, I think, 3 hours and something. Is that right? It's how long?
It's from 10 to 1.5, something like this.
No, you have 1.5 for reading, for literacy 2. You have 35 for literacy.
Yes,
1.
I know. I know, but there are breaks, and sometimes they add minutes, some extra minutes in the exam. Like, for
Okay.
example, they gave us 30 minutes in the math no calculator section instead of
Okay.
25 minutes.
So around how much you told me?
Like for example, till 1.5, something like this.
Yeah, so you start from 8:30, is that right?
We start exam from 10.
10.
Yes,
So
but
10.
we must be there at 9:15 at
Ah.
most. At
So I'm talking
the
about the
the
time,
building.
10, 11, 12, 1. So around 4 hours and a half, mashallah.
Yeah,
3
and
hours and a half.
sometimes last time they didn't want to give us a break between the tests.
Uh-huh.
So we
Okay.
took literacy 1 and then break literacy 2, and then they give us the 2 exams of the math together.
So it's better to have 4, 5, 6 bar of chocolate. Okay, keep it with you. As I told you, calm down. Even if something happened inside, don't interrupt yourself. If something happened inside, don't interrupt yourself. Good luck. Wish for you the best, inshallah. And after you finish the test on Friday, if you are able to tell me what did you do, it's gonna be better. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye.
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 Bye.